Lion is a famous biopic inspired by the autobiography of Saru Brierley, and it was directed by Graf Davis. Saru is a 5-year-old boy that lives with his older brother Gudu, his mother, and his baby sister. One night, Gudu and Saru are separated at a train station. Saru tries to find Gudu but ends up on a train that takes him to Calcutta. He is then taken by an organization that finds adoptive parents for orphans and lost kids. Saru is adopted by an Australian couple and moves to Hobart in Tasmania. 20 years later, he began searching for his family in India. Saru then returns to his hometown and has an emotional reunion with his biological mother and sister. He also learns that Gudu, his big brother, is dead. Saru's mother never gave up hope and believed that one day her missing son would return home. The British actor Dev Patel played the role of Saru. The movie is completely accurate to the real story of Saru. We can illustrate this with the example of the scene where he fled from a gang who abducted street children. Indeed, Saru confirmed that it did actually happen. In an interview, Saru shared his story and talked about his journey, which he called Hell on Earth. Saru confirmed that a rural worker did actually find him in the streets and offered to help him by feeding him and taking him to their home. However, he ended up running away from them. He said, and I quote, "The situation turned a little bit different, where my stomach curled a bit and felt that this isn't right. And at that point of the time, I'm just like thinking, this is the right time to go." Saru said in the same interview that those memories he has of his family are like a treasure to him. He declared that if he didn't have those memories, then he would never find his way back home to his childhood home, something that the director illustrated perfectly. The director went to India before even writing the script. He started retracing Saru's steps to connect and feel his story. Indeed, he started retracing young Saru's journey and went on some trains and to Calcutta. Garth Davis said, "I wandered around the streets at night, imagining what it'd be like for him to be living on those streets." The director's aim was for people to connect to the story in a way that would honor the film. It took him a very long time to choose his actors because he wanted people that could most importantly carry on the emotion of his story and were also passionate about it as much as he was. I personally really like this movie because it's quite sad and inspirational. I really like the way this movie triggers empathy for young Saru, and I think that what makes this movie an emotional roller coaster is Garth's storytelling, which is really compelling as he makes you see yourself in Saru and endure his pain. The narrative evokes fear, concern, and compassion without being preachy, and that's very rare for a movie of this genre. This biopic proves that a movie can be 100% accurate and still have a lot of success. Indeed, Lion was well received by the critics and was praised for the acting. It also received 6 Oscar nominations for the 89th Academy Awards. The cinematography and background score do justice to the film's sensibility. So, to sum up, Lion breaks your heart into 1,000 pieces and puts them back together in the end. It's a very good biopic, if not the best.